Hello there, I'm Chris. I'm the viticulturalist at Rusden Wines in the parish of Vine Vale on the eastern foothills of the Barossa Ranges, the land of sun, sand and sore eyes. And they say that because the soils are extremely sandy, sandy loam, but mainly pure white sand over clay. In places the clays are down to 1 metre deep, but sometimes they're quite shallow. These sands have washed in from the ephemeral streams that come down from the eastern Barossa Ranges, and this has happened over many centuries. These soils are extremely fragile. They can be wind blown, very badly wind blown, and so the management of them is extremely important. We have to hold the soils down with something or another, and generally speaking we use a very thin layer of clay over the top of our soils, and or keep a green cover of some sort on them, particularly during the summertime. Another aspect of this particular parish is being on the foothills of the eastern Barossa Ranges. We are blessed with wonderful gully breezes, particularly in the summertime. And this really keeps the temperatures down overnight, and so we tend to pick our grapes quite a bit later than some of the other parishes in the Barossa.
So we're generally 2 to 3 weeks later in terms of our harvest, and that's because we get cooler nights because of those breezes, which keeps our acidity a little bit higher, which basically comes through in the wines as having well, because of the sand, we get lighter, more aromatic wines. We get good acidity, but because they're lighter, we're very careful about how much oak we use, so we keep the fruit forward in the wines. And it basically gives wines that have got a nice, slightly more brick red colour, not so purple as the Western Barossa. They're very peppery on the nose, white pepper, cloves, cinnamon, things like that. We also get floral characteristics, and probably the driving floral factor in Vine Vale is violets. We tend to get that we get that in my favourite vintages of Shiraz. Speaking about gully winds, to give you an idea of how strong the gully winds get here, I grew up playing at the Vine Vale Tennis Club just around the corner, which is owned by the community. We don't have a church anymore, but we've got a tennis club. The wind blows that strong, you can tell anyone that comes from Vine Vale has got the best slice serve in the Barossa, because you could serve a slice serve at Vine Vale and the bloke on the next court wouldn't be able to hit it.